Quaker Stadium in New Philadelphia, the site of tonight's regional semifinal between Steubenville Big Red and Columbus East. I'm Bill Phillips along with the coach, Tony Filberto, and there is a look at the matchup on this special edition of Friday Night Rivals. And we are proud to bring you the special edition of Friday Night Rivals. Two teams that are having outstanding seasons, Coach. Columbus East, the Tigers coming at 10-1. Big Red 11-2. And tonight they get to take an opportunity or have a shot at taking that next step to the regional final.
Well, we have two good football teams that have earned their way here by winning football games on a beautiful night, and I'm excited about the game we're going to see tonight.
Well, as we mentioned, we have the window to the game on this special edition of Friday Night Rivals, and for the Tigers, handle the pressure of the moment. They haven't been to the postseason very much. This is only the third time they've been to the postseason. Big Red, on the other hand, they've won 4 state titles. They know what it's like to be in the postseason. Protect the football. Tigers need to protect the football. Steubenville needs to protect the football. At this point, you have to do that if you want to win. For Big Red, need to be focused. And head coach Reno Suckotch during the week said, play a full 4 quarters of football. Don't play 3.5 quarters and all of a sudden something gets away from you or let something get away early in the game, Coach. And is that the thing? Maybe the danger for both teams is early in the game. You're not quite as focused. You're not dialed in early in the game?
Well, sometimes you're not focused in early, but sometimes when you're focused in early, then it kind of gets away from you towards the end of the football game. You're letting your other team back in. So, again, as Coach Suckotch says, you got to play 4 full quarters.
All right, that's a look at your window to the game. And speaking of the coaches, I have an opportunity to break down the coaching matchup in this one as we take a look at the Columbus East Tigers. They are led by head coach Mike Bell, and he has taken over the program 3 years ago and done an outstanding job. Third season, 14-10 overall, and if I have my years right, 1-5, 3-4, and 10-1 this year. So he's trying to build that program back up, and he was named the Central All-District Coach of the Year. Now, Coach Suckotch, 40th year at Big Red. The numbers are staggering. He's the all-time winningest coach in Ohio high school football history with 411 wins. The number that's even more staggering, only 82 losses.
Only 82 losses.
It's unbelievable. And he's a 4-time state champion. So that is your coaching matchup, sponsored by WVU Medicine Wheeling Hospital, bringing you the coaching spotlight on this special edition of Friday Night Rivals. And, Coach, before the game, we had an opportunity to watch the coin toss. Columbus East won the toss. We thought they might elect to receive, maybe get an extra possession. They deferred. So Big Red will get the football first as we get ready to kick off this regional semifinal from Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. And, Coach, is there, in coaching circles, when you say Woody Hayes and it's attached to anything, it's pretty good.
That almost gives you chills.
Yeah, and this is a beautiful facility, beautiful site for tonight's game. And the great thing is, it might be cold, it might be chilly, but the rain shut off.
That's important.
So there's not that misty rain, so that should be a help for both clubs.
I was very fortunate to coach the game here in the mid-'70s. One of my first coaching jobs at Jewett Scio High School, and we came up here to Quaker Stadium, and this is bigger than anything that I'd ever coached in, so it's an exciting night.
Getting ready to kick off for the Tigers of Columbus East. Number 52, Anthony Shields. Hopkins back deep for Steubenville Big Red, wearing number 10 Big Red. Ready to receive, and we are ready to go. American Consolidated Natural Resources, Inc. kickoff, and it comes down to about the 16-yard line. And the return, ball out to about the 35-yard line, so Big Red will have good field position to start. That was your American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff. Big Red, 1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line. And, Coach, you come out, you establish the run. Do you try to keep them off bounds? It's interesting, the strategy that goes into that first drive.
I'm sure from scouting, it can't be the same every week. It depends on what you've seen.
Well, end around, and it's one-on-one on the corner, and Hykem Edwards is out close to midfield before he is knocked out of bounds, and that was the American Consolidated Natural Resources first down. And it'll be a first down for Big Red out at the 46-yard line. We'll get to our starting lineups for offense and defense here in just a moment. But right now, Big Red on the move. And, Coach, that's a big confidence boost on that first play.
It sure is. You always want something positive on the first play of the game, something special every week.
Peyton Hill swings it outside. Catch made outside and moving the football down the field. Take a look at the Steubenville offense. Peyton Hill, Bozika, Hopkins, Anthony Sewell, Hill, Kernahan, Huff, Lease, Marshall, Berge, and Harper, your starting offensive lineup. WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital bringing you the Steubenville Big Red starting offense. Bozika. Oh, it looked like he was ready to go, Coach. He's tripped up and stopped at about the 46-yard line, just short of the first down, but Big Red on the move.
He's a good back, and those front guys are real special that are making those holes for him. WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital, defense for Columbus East, Shields, Preston, Copas, Swanson, Pryor, Lindsay, Vaughn. And here comes Bozika again. He'll have the first down out across the 45-yard line. We've been saying all year.
So let me get to the rest of the
Sure.
Vaughn, we stopped there at the defensive backs. Albano, Lindsay, Burns, Woods, Laws. Your defensive lineup to start for Columbus East. Big Red with a first down at their own, at Columbus East, 43-yard line. So Big Red on the move. Drive started back at the 35 for Steubenville Big Red. The Big Red getting it done on the ground, Coach. Jalen Minifield, the sophomore, number 28. Nice gain as he picks up about 7 yards on first down.
We talked about this offensive line. They're good inside. They get you to the perimeter. It's a special bunch, those five guys.
Talik Sims, number 21, checking into the ball game for Big Red. Ivan Buggs also into the game, and he splits to the near side of the field. Second down at 3. And that's going to be first down yardage again for Big Red. Pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Pryor on the stop for Columbus East. Bugs out. Hopkins in for Big Red as Peyton Hill goes into the huddle. Make the call. Coach, you just keep it on the until they prove they can stop you?
I think you keep it on the ground and you lull them down inside, and they're probably going to throw vertical to the end zone at some point.
And we are going to have a timeout down on the field with 9:46 to go in the first quarter of play. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more right after this. Everybody, it's a special edition of Friday Night Rivals. Steubenville Big Red, Columbus East, regional semifinal from Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. Big Red on the move, first possession, and they are first and 10 at the 29-yard line of Columbus East. Peyton Hill to throw, looks down the middle, looks the outside, jump ball, and it is incomplete. Good defense as it is knocked away and incomplete.
We talked just a minute ago about running the football and getting them to come down inside and throwing the ball vertical. Nice throw, almost made the connection in the end zone.
Take another look at it here on the Wendy's replay, Coach.
I think this is a difference in this football game. Is this quarterback? He is just outstanding. Makes a great throw, gets on the perimeter, almost made the connection.
Looked like Lindsay, number 3, and Solomon Vaughn, number 4, on the defense there for Columbus East. Second down and 10. Big Red in an I formation. Handoff. Spencer Ostovich Still on his feet, leaning ahead, and he will be taken down after a gain of about 6 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and 4 for Big Red. And at this point in the game, and in that field territory, it's a 4-down situation.
Sometimes back here it's a 4-down.
Yeah.
And I expect them to run the football both plays, just grind it out if they have to get to the 4th down.
Lee Anthony Sewell, if you're used to seeing him in number 13, he's now in number 8 tonight. He's split to the near side. Peyton Hill will roll to the near side. He's looking for Sewell, and he has him at about the 12-yard line. 1st down, and he is taken out of bounds. And on cue, Lee Anthony Sewell says, here's my new number, so take a look at it.
That's it. Well, I expected them to run the football, and that's why Coach Suckosh has won 400 and some games.
Handoff Ostovich, and he is knocked down at about the 9-yard line. Coming up and making the play defensively, Woods Laws, number 7 for Columbus East.
And Big Red's been moving the ball pretty well, but Columbus East has done an outstanding job tackling. Yeah, they're getting their 3, 4, 5, 6 yards, but they're not busting that big 15, 18-yard run. They're doing a good job tackling.
And we are in the pink zone, and that is sponsored by Weirton Medical Center, Breast Care Center. It's the pink zone. And Big Red now, 2nd down and 7 from the 9-yard line. I'm still not convinced that number 8 is correct, so we're going to try and get that straightened out as to who is in that uniform tonight. Handoff, Bozica down to the 5-yard line, and we have a flag that came in very, very late, and it's going to be a face mask against Columbus East, and that should be about a half of the distance to the goal line, Coach.
Should put the ball about the 2.5-yard line, maybe the 3.
Handoff inside. Hopkins, touchdown, Big Red. Steubenville, Big Red, smartly down the field on their opening drive, and they cash in with a touchdown. It's a Mr. Reuter touchdown for Steubenville Big Red, and Kaijon Hopkins goes in from about 2.5 yards out, and it is 6-0 with the extra point to come.
4.5 minutes off the clock.
And it is a fake on the extra point. Ball floated up and knocked away. And it is incomplete. 2-point conversion fails. And it'll remain 6-0. Taking another look at the replay here, Coach, on the touchdown, and that's just good blocking up front, and Hopkins running hard.
I haven't said enough good things about this offensive line. My goodness, they've been so impressive all year. This running game of Big Reds has just been terrific, and it starts with the 5 guys playing up front.
Cole Bowers to kick off now for Steubenville Big Red. He'll set the ball at the 40-yard line, just off of the near hash. And this is the American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff. Kick comes down just about the numbers on the 10-yard line. Ball's on the ground. It's a live ball. And Big Red there with coverage. And Big Red is going to force the runner out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Columbus East from their own 15-yard line. And, Coach, good coverage there.
Terrific. You fumbled the football, but sometimes your coverage breaks down. Big Red was disciplined enough, stay in their lanes, run where you need to run, and stop them at the 15-yard line. We're going to see it on the replay. Doesn't handle the kickoff real well, and sometimes that's a positive thing for the return team because there's breakdowns in the coverage.
So the Tigers of Columbus East will have it 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line with 7:22 to go in the first quarter of play. American Consolidated Natural Resources first down and shotgun formation, and we have a flag on the play. And we're going to have a delay game. And not what Columbus East wants to do to start this first drive off. Lindsey swings it outside, and Big Red has the receiver in all kinds of trouble. And now we have a flag down on the play. And the receiver, Solomon Vaughn, did a good job just to get back to the 5-yard line. Flag came in. We'll see what the call is. I think maybe a face mask.
Maybe. If you a little swing pass, Big Red defended it well. You get that kind of speed out on the perimeter, and it becomes deadly.
Indeed, it is a face mask against Steubenville Big Red.
Gives them a little breathing room. They were backed up. That would have put them about the 4 or 5 yard line and gave them some room behind them.
Inside handoff. John Burns on the carry, number 2, as we take a look at the offense for Columbus East quarterback. Trey Wayne, Lindsey, Woods Law, Burns, Vaughn, Albano, C.J. Swanson, Lindsey, Reston, Georges, Copus, and Shields up front doing the blocking for the Columbus East offense. We'll get the Big Red defense for you in just a moment. 2nd down and 11. And all kinds of pressure in the backfield and just no time for the Tigers. And Hopkins, who just scored the touchdown, he is the man that gets off the bottom of the pile last. Credit him with the sack. Coach, just a solid all-around football player.
He's a good football player. Yeah. We always
think interruption for the Reynolds Memorial Hospital WVU Medicine starting defense for Big Red. Harper, Ostovich, Gorby, Hill, Hopkins, Smith, Edwards, Mullins, Buggs, Mitchell, and Sims. And Hopkins, just having a fine season.
Outstanding linebacker. He comes in, plays fullback, scores a touchdown. Very versatile.
More pressure, and just no time for the Tigers quarterback, Lindsey. And we have a sack back inside the 5-yard line.
Big Red's just bringing all kind of pressure, playing a lot of man coverage, had good coverage deep down the field. You're going to see the replay. Just no place to throw the ball. It's a coverage sack and a lot of good pressure.
And we've called his name a few times already. And here on the Wendy's replay, and it's Hopkins again. And it'll bring up 4th down in a punting situation with 5 minutes to go for the Tigers. Out of the end zone, low line drive kick, and Big Red is just going to be satisfied to let that roll. And with that ball being down with 4:53 to go in the first quarter, we will take a timeout. We'll be back with more regional semifinal action between Steubenville Big Red and the Columbus East Tigers. And welcome back to the special edition of Friday Night Rivals. Steubenville Big Red in the regional semifinal taking on Columbus East. Big Red on their opening drive with a touchdown to make it 6-0. And right here on the pass outside, high pointing the football. I believe that is Isaac Hill, number 6.
We've had that combination all year. Just a great throw, great catch. Single coverage, one-on-one. He's going to come down with the football most of the time.
But this one is going to come back. Ineligible receiver downfield. So it'll be a penalty against Big Red and cost them some field position. Five-yard penalty. It'll remain first down. So it'll be first and 15 now for Big Red.
The replay. Just a three-step drop, one-on-one coverage. Take the shot, just out jumps the defender.
We're going to get a delay of game here, and now a timeout called by the coaching staff on the sideline. Big Red taking entirely too long to get that play in and out of the huddle. And they will call timeout.
Which is a good timeout. Give them lose. You're already in first and 15. So they use the timeout.
Coach, want to remind everybody that we are very happy to announce that WVU Medicine Wheeling Hospital providing the closed captioning for tonight's ball game. And Coach, again, a pleasure to be with you. We've had a number of good games to do so far this year, and now it is playoff time. And can you believe we're 3 weeks into the postseason already?
My goodness. They always say it's the fastest 10, 15 weeks of the year, and that is no lie. It's just, buzz right by us. We've had great matchups. You guys have done a great job getting the proper matchups, rivalries, and here we are in playoff time with great football.
And a great start. Big Red off to a 6-0 start. 2-point conversion attempt. No good, but Big Red with the lead, and Big Red just on their second possession of the game. And they have it first and 15 at the 47 of Columbus East. And Peyton Hill's going to swing it outside, and Hykem Edwards can't make the catch, a little bit behind him. And it falls incomplete, and they'll bring up second down and 15.
Nice play. Give you a lot of play action, taking the action away from it, bringing the motion back through this way, and just tried to connect with him in the flat and just didn't make the connection.
And so far, Coach, when driving up here from the station today to New Philadelphia, I thought, man, this rain's got to stop. It's going to make it miserable for everybody, and it stopped. And the conditions are pretty dry. The field's in great condition. So no issues to speak of at this point with the weather. Handoff goes to Gavin Bozika. He's going to try and get the corner. Nice play defensively. Coming up, Tyjon Burns just knifing through number 2 and going low on Bozika, making the stop, Coach.
You're going to have to hit him there because you hit him up top, and he's so big and powerful. And, Burns is only about 165 pounds, have the mismatch here. But, mentioned earlier, these kids do a great job tackling, and there's an example of it.
Third down and 13 from the 46-yard line for Steubenville Big Red. Isaac Hill's going to split all the way over to the far side. Lee Anthony Sewell to the near side and down the middle, and it's overthrown and incomplete. It'll bring up fourth down for Steubenville Big Red.
It's a big stop for Columbus East. They didn't want to get a 2-touchdown separation this early, so this stop is big for them.
Looks like the defensive end, number 8 for Columbus East, C.J. Swanson, maybe a little shaken up, maybe twisted an ankle on the play. Big Red looks to play a little field position at this point. Hayden Hicks on to do the punting. He stands at his own 41-yard line. Good snap, ball's away. It's going to come down at about the 15-yard line. It's going to roll dead inside the 10-yard line. An outstanding job as that pins Columbus East back deep in their own territory. Hayden Hicks with a fine punt. Coach, you take that from the punter every time.
You put the ball inside the 10-yard line, you'll take it every time. Nice job, and that's why you don't want the ball to hit the ground.
Zach Smith doing the snapping on punts and extra points for Steubenville Big Red. And then he stays on the field, and he plays a little linebacker, so he had to get his tackling gloves on after he did the snapping. So he's ready to go. Big Red's defense was outstanding against Columbus East in their first possession. And right now, Big Red looking to get after it again on defense here on 1st and 10 for Columbus East from their own 10-yard line. Inside handoff, run solid to about 7 yards before the stop is made. Woods Laws is the ball carrier. Take a look at our Wendy's replay.
And they run an inside zone, and of course you got a lot of good fill out of linebackers in the secondary, but they block pretty well up front.
Second down pass is incomplete. Intended receiver, Solomon Vaughn, number 4. Wayne Lindsay, the third, overshoots the intended receiver. I think I was saying, Coach, I was saying Woods Laws. It's actually Woods Law, the last name, so I'll correct that. It is Lindsay in the shotgun with Woods Law standing next to him. Now it is Lindsay keeping and running, and he is out close to first down yardage. You may have the first down out at the 21-yard line, and indeed he does. So a fine individual effort as he gets around the corner and picks up the first down.
He is rolling out, trying to throw the pass, got outside the pass rush of Big Red, and just took advantage of it, got the first down.
Good
Did a nice job. Excellent speed.
There's Hopkins coming up from behind, and Zach Smith also getting a piece of that tackle on the Wendy's replay. First and 10 from the 22-yard line. Clock moving inside 2:40, and a little swing pass to the outside. It's complete, but not for much. Good swarming defense from Steubenville Big Red on the catch. Solomon Vaughn, number 4. You've heard his name quite a bit tonight.
Big Red's done a nice job. They've tried to throw a number of the fast screens or hitches, as people call them, and Big Red has defended every one of them, done a nice job with it.
Second down, 8.
Second down, 8, handoff. Woods Law on the carry, gain of about 4 on the play. We'll bring up third down and 4 for Columbus East, the Tigers. They'll split 3 to the near side, will the Tigers of Columbus East. Big Red looking to bring some pressure, and they do. And they complete it to the Tigers coming up and beating the blitz. It'll go for first down yardage out near the 45-yard line. Looks like the quarterback may have been shaken up, but one of the linemen shaken up in the backfield, and he's going to get up to the huddle. But the pass complete. And complete for first down out near midfield.
Ran slant route, ran underneath the coverage, made nice throw, nice catch. Puts him almost to midfield.
They'll throw again on first down. We have a flag, and runner forced out of bounds at the 46-yard line on the carry. Or on the catch, I should say, is Burns, number 2. And it'll be against Columbus East. Holding penalty. First and 24, Coach. What do you have in your game? What do you have in your game plan for this one?
Maybe throw a screen. How about a jet sweep?
Jet sweep?
Yeah.
Not much.
Not much.
Alquan Harris, number 36, making the stop for Steubenville Big Red.
See the replay here.
What do you have in your book for second and 22?
Well, let's see what they're going to run. Against a Big Red defense, there aren't many things that are good on second and 22.
C.J. Swanson split to the far side, all the way over near the 30-yard number. 30-yard line, and 30 on the paint. Bat snap, and Big Red has a chance of a loose ball. No, they're going to rule the quarterback down. So it'll be a sack for Big Red. Ball comes loose, but it is not a fumble. Ruled that the quarterback was down. Clock will continue to roll inside 10 seconds, and this should bring the end of the fourth quarter with it. It'll be a third down and a country mile when we come back for more action in this regional semifinal between Steubenville Big Red and the Tigers of Columbus East. And after one quarter of play, it is Steubenville Big Red 6, the Tigers of Columbus East nothing. We're back with more right after this. And welcome back to Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium in New Philadelphia. I'm Bill Phillips along with the coach, Tony Filberto. That's a look at your scoreboard, and that is a look at the Columbus Tigers. And right now they're facing a 3rd and 31 at their own 23-yard line against the Big Red defense that has gotten after the Tigers tonight. Right here you'll see the play where it looked like it might be a fumble, but ruled down by contact, so no fumble, but a sack credited it. Alquan Harris credited with that tackle, that sack. Coach, Big Red's defense, outstanding so far tonight.
Outstanding.
Really getting after the ball.
I'll blitz. They played the straight man, bring everybody, and East is going to have a hard time handling that kind of pressure.
High snap again, handled by the quarterback. Burns takes the handoff, and he is out to about the 25-yard line, where he is stopped after a short gain. It'll bring up fourth down in a punting situation for the Tigers of Columbus East. Nobody back deep for Big Red. Kick away. High end over end kick's going to bounce at about midfield. And it'll be down by the Tigers at the Big Red 48-yard line. And that's where Big Red will take over. 1st and 10 in their first possession of the second quarter.
Disturbed with pretty good field position in midfield, and Big Red needs to take the opportunity now to get some more points on the board.
Anthony Sewell and Ty Pierce split to the far side of the field. I formation. Gavin Bozica dots the I, and Peyton Hill is going to hand to him. He is right up the middle, has some running room, and then dives ahead across the 45-yard line of Columbus East, close to first down yardage, about a yard and a half, 2 yards short, but a good first down game. Coach, anytime you get 8 on first down, it really makes your next call.
It's the most important play in the whole series is first down.
Another handoff, Bozica right up the middle again. Bozica into the secondary. High steps down to about the 25-yard line before he spins down on the tackle. Number 3, Wayne Lindsay, the quarterback and defensive back. And we have an injured Tiger at about the 23-yard line. Looks like number 32. Mike Pryor is banged up and timeout called.
We see Bozica there. I mean, he's just such a good back. He's 230 pounds, has great speed, run counter play, and he just gets it downhill.
And Bill's towing, showing you that replay. And the thing, Coach, it's a game of, you just grind your opponent down. And Columbus East is a school that only dresses about between 25 and 30 players. And it's going to be one of those things where Big Red can come at you with backups and everybody else. It's starting to show a little bit.
It's going to become a numbers game. It could become a numbers game. I see Columbus East has 10 people going both ways, and you may have spoke too soon because I'm seeing raindrops here up in the lights and so on. But again, back to what you were saying, the numbers thing. Big Red utilizes so many good people, and Columbus East probably playing with about 15 throughout the game.
Coach, I take no responsibility for what happens from here on. We'll have to call Jeff Exline at his house tonight. Go, hey, what's up? Pierce will split to the far side. Lee Anthony Sewell to the near side. I formation. Hopkins is going to come over to the sideline, and he's going to talk to an assistant coach, and we've got a flag on the play.
Breaking the huddle with 12, and he came to the sidelines.
Illegal substitution against Steubenville Big Red. Looks like the play will remain the same. We're just going to get the 12th man off the field. They're going to huddle up, little Big Red.
Got to move the ball back first.
Yeah. Well, if you get up there quick enough and they don't move it back, maybe you don't lose that 5 yards.
That's right.
That's just being
strategy.
Smart. Midfield in the backfield. He has it. Has the corner. A little stiff arm still on his feet. And he is out down to about the 16-yard line. A couple flags come in late in the play. And we'll see if it goes against Big Red or if there was a violation, maybe a face mask. We'll have to wait and see. We'll discuss it. Holding penalty against Big Red. And that has been an issue at times for Big Red this year. Penalties. Trying to minimize those. And a couple right here pushed them back from the 25-yard line back out now across the 30 to about the 33-yard line where it'll be first and they're second and 18 on the scoreboard. First and 18 on the scoreboard as they wind the clock. A little confusion here with the officials. Everybody's winding the clock. Players look around. Are we running the play? Are we not running the play? And finally, we do run the play. And Minifield is going to have a big gain. And still moving all the way across the 15-yard line for a first down.
That's great effort. He gets the last 8 or 9 on his own.
Might have had a little escort. Bill's telling me, let's take a look at it. Here we go.
He got a little push there.
Yep. No. He will take it across the 15-yard line down about the 14. It'll be first and 10 from the 14-yard line. Minifield gets it again. It's going to cut inside, dive across the 10-yard line. He'll be officially spotted at the 10. And another solid gain on first down for Steubenville Big Red. And Steubenville Big Red in the WMC Breast Care Center pink zone. Of course, this is a special edition of Friday Night Rivals. Second quarter, Big Red up 6-0 in position to go in for another score. Second down and 6 from the 10-yard line. Minifield straight ahead. And across the 5-yard line down to about the 4. Jalen Minifield wears number 28. Sophomore, 5'9", 160 pounds, a great speed. Chandler Hoffman, number 15, checks into the ball game. Blake Sims, number 21, checks into the game as well. Looks like Spencer Ostovich also has checked into the backfield along with Hopkins. Play clock down to 10 seconds. Handoff. Ostovich. Touchdown, Big Red. It's a Mr. Reuter touchdown, Coach. And it is power football. Speed, speed, speed. Here's some power for you.
That line went toe-to-toe, shortened their splits, and just rolled the defense up. Offensive line, again, just doing an outstanding job.
Here's a look at Peyton Hill, the quarterback, and the coaching staff's made the decision. They missed on a 2-point conversion. Let's take a look at Bill's towing replay. That's just power football.
The whole defensive line was pushed into the end zone.
So they're going to go for 2, will Steubenville Big Red. They have a 12-0 lead. They want to get back on 7, so to speak, and get to that 14-0 mark, and they will line up with Peyton Hill and Ostovich next to him. Edwards goes in motion, and Hill is going to roll to the near or far side. Rolling, throws late. It's caught, and it looks like the 2-point conversion is good to Hopkins, but we see flags down on the field. We'll have to wait and see what the call is.
2-point pass is complete. The penalty marker is down.
This may be an offsetting penalty type thing. It looks like the one on the far side of the field may be against Steubenville, and this side of the field against Columbus East. But let's wait and see.
Well, it looks like Big Red is going to stay in the huddle as Gavin Bozika checks in. Spencer Ostovich checks out. Holding against Steubenville Big Red. Personal foul against roughing the passer. Targeting against Columbus East. So they offset. Coach, you are really good at this.
Well, it's not my first game.
No, it's not. You've seen a few.
Just a few.
Coached a few, seen a few, broadcast a few. You ever think about that? How many games you've been a part of? And then, not to mention just going as a fan to watch a game or all the games you've watched on TV.
Yeah. I traipsed up and down sidelines quite a few times.
There you go. Well, Big Red has it again, going for 2-point conversion, and Peyton Hill trying to get Columbus East to jump. Columbus East moved, but they didn't jump off sides. Play clock down to 4. Snap goes to Hill. Handoff inside. Not going to get there. 2-point conversion denied. And we will take a timeout. Big Red leads at 12-0 in the regional semifinal at Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. We're back with more right after this. And we are back at Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. It is the regional semifinal between Steubenville Big Red and the Tigers of Columbus East. And we have snow. Coach, I didn't say anything about snow. I don't claim any of the snow. I mentioned rain before. I thought, okay, if we get rid of the rain, that'd be good. Flurries I wasn't ready for. Well, Jeff actually called for flurries. But I was hoping against hope we wouldn't see flurries.
We were hoping he was wrong.
Yes. No, he's never wrong.
Not
That's
wrong.
The thing. Yeah. He's never wrong. American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff for Steubenville Big Red. Cole Bowers will tee it up at the 40-yard line. In the kick, high end over end kick. Again inside the 10-yard line, down back to about the 6-yard line. On the return, here comes Columbus East. And, saving touchdown, saving tackle there at about the 25-yard line.
What a nice return.
I believe that may have been Hikem Edwards on the stop. And he saved the touchdown because it looked like Solomon Vaughn was gone, Coach.
One step more, and he probably would be gone. But he had momentum running, and just made a nice tackle. So I'm going to see it again on the replay.
Take a look at it here on the Bills towing replay. Vaughn, and right there, if he doesn't get him there, he might be gone and off to the races. And now it is Mr. Reuter, first down for Columbus East at their own 25-yard line. Columbus East has struggled to move the football tonight against his Big Red defense. And Columbus East came in, and that was the thing they talked about, their speed. But Big Red's been able to match that and get the pressure. But now we have Solomon Vaughn wide open at the 45-yard line, and he is trying to get to the end zone, and he will be caught from behind. Great effort from Sims, number 21, to stop and save the touchdown. But a beautiful pass and catch from the Tigers.
they went empty backfield, had 5 wideouts, and saw a mismatch, and must have been a breakdown in coverage for him to get it that far open. And, of course, Tyleek Sims did a great job running him down.
As I mentioned, the speed factor all of a sudden shows up. So the Tigers now in position at the 5-yard line of Steubenville Big Red with 8:25 to go in the quarter. Handoff, nothing doing. Big Red there with 4 defenders.
They're just going to bring all-out penetration. They're bringing 6. East has 5 blockers. Somebody's going to run free. That time 3 of them ran free.
So Gorby, number 52, jumping up, celebrating that one, and it's the WMC Pink Zone, WMC Breast Care Center Pink Zone. As the Tigers break the huddle. Second down and goal from the 12-yard line. Lindsey's going to keep. Dances his way inside the 5, and he may be into the end zone. Touchdown, Columbus East.
What a nice run. If we see the replay, they ran jet sweep, fake. He come back. He wants to throw the football off the jet sweep. Saw coverage and just ran it himself. Here we are on the replay. There's a jet sweep. He's going to roll his left, trying to find receivers open. Can't find anybody and tucks football.
Dives for the end zone and gets in for the touchdown, and Columbus East is on the board, and they will go for 2, down 12-6. And in at quarterback, it is Burns, and all the way around the corner, wow. Burns is going to take it in for the 2-point conversion. The sophomore, 5'10", 175-pounder, number 2, he came in, took the snap, and he goes in for the 2-point conversion, and suddenly it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, there's, again, another nice run. Did a lot of that on his own. Got to the perimeter, brought him inside, and just outran into the pylons. We're going to see the replay here. You know, had the opportunity to make the play in the backfield. And got a nice block out on the perimeter, too.
Bill's towing replay and celebrating is Columbus East as they are on the board. They've cut the lead to 12-8 with a 2-point conversion. Number 52, Anthony Shields to kick off for Columbus East as Steubenville Big Red gets their final instructions from coaching staff on how they want to return this football. Edwards back deep. He'll stand at about the 15-yard line. Bugs to the near side as Shields steps off his distance to kick. Shields, 6'5", 225, a junior. And it is going to come down, taken at the 22-yard line by Big Red, and out now to about the 35-yard line. Look like the number 25, Elijah Mullins, on the return for Steubenville Big Red. Big Red takes over. 1st and 10 at their own. The official spot is 36-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 36 for Steubenville Big Red.
1st and 10 Big Red, 36-yard line.
Hopkins and Rosica and I formation behind Peyton Hill. Peyton Hill will roll to the near side, looks downfield. looks outside and has Ty Pierce wide open at the 50-yard line. And after the catch, he's going to pick up another 15 as it's thrown out of bounds at about the 36-yard line of Columbus East. Officially, they'll spot him at the 37 of Columbus East. Fine opening play on this drive, Coach.
Yeah, they've been running that inside counter, fake it, run the boot. Actually, he had two choices. He had a deep route that was open for a while, but I think he made the right choice, throwing the ball in the flat, wide open, get a lot of yardage out of it.
Bill's throwing replay, and we've got a whistle as the first and 10 from the 37 is snapped, and we have an offsides call against Columbus East. It's a Mr. Reuter first down for Steubenville Big Red. Now it'll be 1st and 5. Isaac Hill and Pierce to the far side of the field. Fake to Bazika. Hill rolls. Dumps it down to the receiver, and it is dropped and incomplete.
Same play that he just ran to the other side. Just different outcome. The ball just didn't make the connection.
Kylie Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it falls incomplete. Coach, Big Red's starting to open up the offense a little bit more. Do you see them maybe going back to the ground, or are you going to stay up top?
I think they get that ground game going. You start coming down inside, and then they start going to the perimeter, throwing the football.
And the ground game on second down, outstanding, as it'll result in first down at the 20-yard line of Columbus East. So Big Red 1st and 10 from the Columbus East 20-yard line now. You know, look like getting out, get a good piece of that block. Kellen Marshall, number 67, the center. Edwards to the near side, Isaac Hill to the far side. Zeke in the I formation along with Hopkins, Kylie Hopkins. And Peyton Hill's going to hand it to Zeke and whistles once again. And a motion penalty against Big Red. Look at the Big Red cheerleaders. Look at the crowd that's come out. Big Red traveling well on what some people might say, you know what? It's a little cold, a little chilly, a little rainy.
Football weather.
Yep. Big Red shows up. Handoff, Bazika. Bazika into the second, just running over tacklers. He's doing the hitting, Coach, as he goes inside the 15-yard line, officially down at about the 13. Then it'll be second down and short for Big Red. Second down at about 2.5.
You know, he's just such a good back. You know, and they pull that backside guard and just lead him up to the hole.
We need to talk about this offensive line that is opening these holes for the Steubenville running backs as Hopkins goes down to about the 5-yard line.
You saw
that was
Harper.
Kajan Hopkins.
Yeah, Harper was clear down the field blocking, just leading the way.
And we are in the WMC Breast Care Center pink zone. And it is 1st and goal for Big Red from the 5-yard line. So it is a Mr. Reuter first down. Bozika on the handoff. Bozika to the goal line. Bozika in the end zone. Touchdown, Big Red. A Mr. Reuter touchdown for Steubenville Big Red. And Big Red responds. Columbus East cuts into the 12-8 ball game, converting on the 2-point conversion to make it 12-8. And Big Red goes right down the field and converts and comes up with a score to make it an 18-8 ball game.
Sending those big backs up through there with that line behind them. They'd go tackle to tackle all evening.
2-point conversion, Coach. Do you go power football again, or do you put it up top?
Power football is working pretty good, but let's see. It doesn't look like it now, but
Zeke in the backfield, little jet sweep, and it is going to be in for the 2-point conversion. And coming around, Edwards converting on the 2-point conversion. That makes it 20-8. Steubenville Big Red. We're going to take a timeout. We're back with more right after this. Steubenville Big Red and Columbus East in the regional semifinal at Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium in New Philadelphia. And Big Red has just extended their lead to 22-8 here in the second quarter. 5:55 to go in the first half of play as we get ready for the American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff. As we take a look at the Big Red Marching Band. And Coach, you mentioned before the game, Big Red Band just does a phenomenal job year in, year out.
Terrific. More than 100 members of this band. That's something that Steubenville High School has to be very proud of, and what a great job they did. We're going to see the replay of Baziga running the football, and I mean, he's just pushing his people in front of him.
Take a look here at the 2-point conversion. Bill's towing replay, and Edwards. Going to say no resistance because the offensive line and everybody else took care of it, and we've got a ball hard on the ground and on the return out to about the 37, 38-yard line. That is number 7, Woods Law for the Tigers of Columbus East.
And they came out in the empty backfield one play and hit the big deep route, which was the first play of the last series. So that may be something we can look for
Wayne
in this
Lindsay
series.
the third, the quarterback, where's number 3? He is back in the huddle. And Burns there, number 2. Tyjon Burns, he got the corner. He got the 2-point conversion after that touchdown. That is a dangerous pair in the Columbus East in the Tigers backfield right now. And Big Red is painfully aware because they've saw them put points on the board already. And here, Lindsay with the pass to the outside falls incomplete. Bring up second down and 10.
Second down, 10.
Michael Mitchell, number 9, here on the near side. Let's take a look at the defensive coordinator, Coach Phillips. And we've got a timeout down on the field, called by the Tigers of Columbus East. Coach, how critical is it here with 5:43? Never want to give up any points, but critical. You're up 20-8. You get a stop. You have an opportunity to perhaps add some more points. How big can this drive here on defense be for Big Red to get this stop, get the ball back, and have an opportunity?
And something else we have to remember is the second half kickoff goes to East. So if Big Red can make a stop now and get points, they'll have some cushion separation. Now, on the other side of the coin, if East comes down and scores and then gets the ball back in the second half, it makes this a completely different football game. So crucial for both teams.
Second down and 10 from the 37, and it has been an uneven performance by the Tigers offense, and that's mainly because of the Big Red defense. But they hit on that big play. You look for them to try and keep it on the ground, maybe go after another big play. If they, what do you see them coming with here on this drive on second down?
We've seen them throw the ball a little bit more the last couple of series, because they just haven't done a very good job running the football inside against Big Red. So they're probably going to go to the perimeter or maybe throw the ball vertical down the field.
Second down and 10 from the 37. Play action. Lindsay throws down the middle, and it falls incomplete. Intended receiver, number 7, Woods Law. and it'll bring up 3rd down and 10 at the 37.
Yeah, and if we saw, that's a problem that East is going to have throwing the ball. He's got to get it out of his hands because Big Red is bringing so much pressure that he doesn't have time to go through a progression. You'll see the replay there. It's just getting so much pressure on him.
He gets so much pressure, he's not able to get his fundamentals, get his feet under him.
He's getting a single read. You look for the first receiver. If you can't find him, you better tuck the football and run.
Tigers split 4 to the near side. Solomon Vaughn, the big play receiver that had the big catch earlier in the ball game, he splits to the far side, and it was Lindsley running for his life, and then he finds number 7, Woods Law, with the completion, but it's not going to be enough for first down. It'll bring up 4th down and about 6 for the Tigers of Columbus East. They have gone with a quarterback punt of the last 2 times that they've punted the football away. Look at the replay here, Coach.
Again, it's what we're talking about. The pressure. He just doesn't have time to go through a progression. He's got to find that first receiver.
Dorian Thorne making the stop for Steubenville Big Red. Big Red's going to come after it, and a low kick. It hits into the line, and it is recovered by Steubenville Big Red at the 44-yard line of Columbus East. So great field position. Zach Smith got on top of the football, and just a low snap, and then the Lindsay, the punter, just took too long, and he had to kick it. He kicked it into the line of scrimmage because he was getting great pressure.
Yeah, I mean they were in a run set. Like they were going to go for 4th down, but they've done that a couple times, kicked the ball, and he was just a little late kicking, and Big Red got big pressure and blocked the kick.
There's a good look at Zach Smith getting on top of the football. Mr. Reuter first down for Big Red at the 47-yard line of Columbus East. Peyton Hill looks down the seam, and he's going to find Isaac Hill, and Isaac Hill's find plenty of running room, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Big Red touchdown, Mr. Reuter touchdown, Isaac Hill from Peyton Hill, and Big Red has 6 more here late in the second quarter.
After the block punt, Big Red comes back with a big play, fake the jet sweep coming across and hit the deep slant over the middle. And, boy, once he gets a step on, you have a hard time catching it. Good call, good execution.
47-yard touchdown pass, and now the extra point. Snap is good, kick is up, and it is good. Cole Bowers splits the uprights. Smith on the snap, Suckox, they get the snap down, and the extra point is up and good, and Big Red leads it 27-8 with 4:32 to go in the second quarter of play. Coach, there you go.
Starting to show some wear on this East team.
Look at this crew.
There you go. That's a nice looking bunch.
You're
there.
talking football.
That's the morning people.
That's the morning people. They get up really early. News 9 Sunrise, weekday morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Fox 9. And if you want to get the full 4 hours, go to WTOV 9 and Fox 9 from 5 to 9. You can just set it and forget it.
I watch you every morning at 5 o'clock.
Oh, I appreciate it, Coach. Now I know who's getting up that early with us. Addison Albert, Jeff Exline, myself, and a cast of thousands behind the scene making it all happen. We have some fun.
The three of you work so well together. It's like sitting in the living room just visiting with everyone.
Oh, I appreciate that. We'll be over for Thanksgiving dinner.
Please do. Please do. There's always room for 3 more at
there you
house.
go. All right. There's a look at Cole Bowers, number 41, just made the extra point. Coach Banks I believe that's Cooper Blackburn down to having a conversation on the sideline. That's Talik Sims. Who's naming people at this point. 1st and 10 for Columbus East. They trail at 27-8. Big Red's defense has been unrelenting tonight. And here they come off the edge in the form of Elijah Mullins. But it's handoff up the middle and it's stopped quickly. Stopped on the play is Woods Law, and he's thrown back. Could be a loss. It looks like they'll spot him for a gain of perhaps a yard.
If Big Red can make a stop here, plenty of time on the clock, possibly get another score in this half.
Coach, as you know, as most people know, you win up front.
Oh.
And tonight, Big Red's offensive and defensive lines have been winning almost every down.
All year I think it's been that way. I mean, they have the great skill people, but the offensive and defensive fronts for Big Red have been outstanding all year.
Smith and Mullins on the stop, and now Smith getting a little bit of jawing with a couple of Tigers. And quickly, his teammates pull him out of there. Say, okay, everybody just settle down. Let's not get a penalty here. Let's just keep playing football, doing what we're doing. Slow to get up, and this is not good news for the Tigers of Columbus East. Their quarterback, fine quarterback, Wayne Lindsay III, 6 foot, 175-pound senior. He is down on the ground and in some pain, and we hope he is okay. And he's taken a lot of hits already tonight.
Oh, he has.
And, medical attention. Looks like the Big Red training staff out to assist Columbus East. It'll be 3rd down and 11, but right now the concern is for the Tigers quarterback, and hopefully it is a minor injury and something that would allow him to come back and play in the game. But if it keeps him out of the game, hopefully something that he'll be able to recover from in short order. Because Coach, a lot of winter coaches, basketball coaches are waiting for some of their players to come to basketball practice. Good sign here as he is up and walking off under his own power. Just maybe a little bit of a limp, but all in all, not too bad as he walks off the field, across the field, the 35-yard line, and he's going to come out. I am going to assume that Burns, who had the 2-point conversion, would probably go in at quarterback. He is number 2, and he had that 2-point conversion before. Let's see if that is indeed the case. And it does look like Burns will be. Well, wait a minute. Yes, he will be. So Burns at quarterback, and Woods Law will flank him on the right side. 3 receivers to the near side. And Burns is going to roll to the far side. He's going to keep, and he is going to be stopped after a short gain, if any. And he may be a little bit banged up now as he's slow to get up. And
Big Red called a timeout after the 3rd down play. We do expect East to kick the football. You see the replay there. He's going to roll out. And again, that's pressure.
4th down and 11. Ball at the 34-yard line. 3:15 to go. Big Red takes the timeout. Do you go after the punt? If they decide to kick it, do you go after the punt?
Well, the quarterback was the punter the last couple of times.
And that's correct. I don't know this rule, so maybe you might be able to enlighten me. Now, if the quarterback takes the ball and punts it away, does he have the same protection as a regular punter in that situation?
If he makes it an attempt to run the football, then he's not protected. Okay. He's got to be at least 7 yards deep to be in a punt formation when he snaps the football.
Because the last punt, they not even close to 7 yards deep.
He's got to be 7 deep.
But it appears now the actual punt team will be on for Columbus East, so this will be a punt. So the question is still, do you go after him, try and get to the football?
Well, it looks like they're going to go after him with 3, but they're going to try to return this kick.
Punt is away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 35-yard line. So Big Red with 3:09 to go in the first half of play will have it 1st and 10 from their own 35. They lead it 27-8.
Which gives them plenty of time.
That was number 32, Mike Pryor, on the punt. He had left the game earlier due to injury, and now he is back. And it looks like Wayne Lindsley, the quarterback, number 3, has returned as he comes all the way across the field. Does look like he has a little bit of a limp, and he will line up against Isaac Hill, and Peyton Hill will drop back, sets up the screen. And here it is, Hopkins on the screen, and one step away from possibly going the distance.
Nicely set up play. I've never been a lover of middle screens, but boy, they sure did a great job setting that one up. Looked like screen out to the outside and brought it back to the middle.
And Kaijon Hopkins on the catch, and the run after that one, it sets up a 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of Columbus East. Peyton Hill, a little play action, and Isaac Hill comes open, and it is incomplete. Looked like it was tipped by the defenders, and being incomplete brings up 2nd down and 10 for Big Red. Edwards, Buggs, and Hill. Hill's gonna line up right on the 50-yard line to the near side. 3 receivers to the far side now. Peyton Hill looking over to the sideline. Play clock moving at 15 seconds now. Handoff is going to Sims. Sims to the outside. Sims still on his feet at the 35, 30-yard line. And he steps out of bounds. Talik Sims with a fine run. And it'll set Big Red up with a 1st down at the Columbus East 30-yard line. Hill, Edwards, and Buggs to the near side. Sims in the backfield along with Peyton Hill. He'll roll the near side. Looks downfield and has the intended receiver. And that looks like it is Edwards. And he had it at the 25-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the Mr. Reuter 1st down.
Like Big Red will go into their hurry-up offense now, down around 2 minutes.
Peyton Hill outside to Isaac Hill, tries to step around the defender, but Lindsey is there and he has him down. But it's a 1st down for Steubenville Big Red. Down to the Columbus East 18-yard line. Clock starts to move. Inside 1:50 to go now in the half.
I think the Big Red coaches saw something on the other side of the field. We may see something to that side of the field.
Hill looks to Hill. Jump ball, corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Isaac Hill. Touchdown, Big Red.
Saw something to this side of the field also.
And one of the things I think they saw is Wayne Lindsey, the quarterback, defensive back, who went out with injury. He's playing with his heart right now.
Right.
He can't cover Isaac Hill, and that is a complete mismatch when you're on one leg. And he couldn't jump. He was there, but he couldn't make the play physically.
Right.
Cole Bowers' extra point is up, and it is good. And it is a Mr. Reuter touchdown for Steubenville Big Red. And I'll tell you what, Coach, beautiful pass from Peyton Hill to Isaac Hill. Put it in the spot where he had to put it. Defender can't make the play, even if he was 100% healthy on that one. But that is a huge disadvantage. You can't, if you're going to put someone on Isaac Hill, he better be
a healthy guy.
Yeah.
You get that one-on-one, that 50-50 ball, and Isaac Hill is usually going to come down with that one.
Well, back-to-back touchdowns for Hill to Hill. Could be a law firm.
Could be. Right now, it's a pass-catch connection.
Mm-hmm. And it is working with efficient ease. in production. Now 34-8 with 1:34 to go in the first half play. Taking a little look at it here, Coach.
There's the throw. Nice catch, nice throw.
It just, I like what Hill did. Just a little separation. Didn't extend the arm too much. Just gave him a little bump just to
let him know he was there.
Get him away from him. Big time pass right there. And Big Red is on top, 34-8 with 1:34 to go in the first half of play. Ball comes down, fielded at about the 18-yard line. Surrounded is the return man by about 6 Big Red defenders. On the return, Solomon Vaughn, number 4. Edwards on the stop for Steubenville Big Red. And just kind of the way Columbus East moving around right now, I have a feeling in that huddle they're thinking to themselves, we haven't played a team like this so far this year.
They haven't.
This is a whole different ball game.
This Big Red team is really a good team because they do so many things.
Mr. Ruder first down. Burns on the carry on first down for Columbus East. And now Big Red says they have the football, but the officials are not going to give them the football as Burns gets up slowly off the pile. And he's taken a number of big hits tonight, and he is going to head towards the sideline. And he's going to limp off. Great speed early in the game on that 2-point conversion.
Did a real nice job. Get the run there and outran everyone.
And now he is down on the far sideline. And he's going to be attended to.
Seconds on the play.
And it is going to be a timeout to stop the clock and avoid the delay of game. Game clock down to 36 seconds, so 36 seconds away from the end of the first half. Coach, your evaluation of this first half for Steubenville Big Red?
Well, Big Red was, they come out and they scored, and then they had that period where they kind of lulled some things, but you could see Big Red was just getting better and better and better, and that offensive line was taking over and just totally dominant the last 5 or 6 minutes of this quarter.
Todd Phillips, the defense coordinator, talking things over with defense on the near sideline. And they have come up with their game plan for this second down and 6 at 27. And across the way, we saw the Columbus East team huddle. And there you see Coach Bell in the middle of the huddle talking to his players. We mentioned this before. Columbus East, this is just the third time they've been in the postseason. And he has done a great job starting to build this program. This is his first head coaching job. 1-5 the first year, 3-4 last year, now 10-1 this year, and in the regional semifinal.
Great improvement.
Definitely headed in the right direction. And I'm sure one of the things he would love to see is Solomon Vaughn on the carry is taken down after a short game to try and build the numbers up, because it's just 25 guys. It's a tough way to go if you don't, because practice, you need the guys to be able to practice against each other.
He's done an outstanding job, and this team plays hard, and they play like a good football team, and obviously winning 10 games they are. He just needs some more bodies now.
Cale Simmons, number 27, into the ball game. I think Big Red started to make some substitutions, Coach. And that is the end of the first half. And Big Red will head to the halftime and head to the locker room to take their break with a 34-8 lead. And welcome back to the second half of this special edition of Friday Night Rivals. Steubenville Big Red, Columbus East. It's the regional semifinal. And right now, Big Red on top, 34-8. And Big Red will be kicking off to start the second half of play. And Coach, get ready for the second half. Big Red has everything going their way. Columbus East, a squad that doesn't have a lot of numbers, starting to get a little bit banged up and starting to feel this one. And is that the key for Big Red, is to keep that pressure on? Just keep being as physical as possible?
Well, I think you have to keep the throttle down, try to make this a separation thing. And if you get it in hand, get your kids off the field, make sure nobody gets hurt, get a lot of kids playing time, and get ready for next week. But then, of course, you got a half of football to play, and I'm sure that Columbus East is looking at it like we're going to do the best we can to get back and win this football.
American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff. Cole Bowers will do the honors for Steubenville Big Red. Has the ball set up on the 40-yard line. He's back at the 31, and here we go. Second half of play. And a high end-over-end kick will come down at about the 5-yard line. And Big Red's coverage team there and makes the stop out at about the 16-yard line. Good kick, good coverage. And Columbus East will take over first and 10 from their own 18-yard line.
Really good coverage on Big Red's part. I watch your guys come down, stay in lanes, breaking down, not diving at ankles, and you'll see the replay here. Watch how methodical the Big Red tacklers are, breaking down and then gang tackling.
Solomon Vaughn on the return, and coming back into the game, he had returned. He was banged up a little bit in the first half. Wayne Lindsay III, he is back at quarterback number 3. He seems to be limping a bit on it. Looks like his right leg, but he is in at quarterback here to start the second half. And now we have a substitution foul against Columbus East. It's a dead ball foul, and here we go.
Foul occurred because Columbus East broke the huddle with 12, and one went to the side.
First down, brought to us by American Consolidated Natural Resources. First and 15 now for Columbus East. Solomon Vaughn goes in motion, number 4, to swing it out to him, and he is going to cough up the football. Big Red has a number of players around it, but I don't know if they got to it. We'll take a look here. Columbus East believes they may have gotten it back. Who has it? It is Big Red ball, according to the players, but we need an official to signal the same thing. And we have not seen that, so perhaps it stays with the Tigers of Columbus East.
It was a backwards pass.
Here we go on the replay,
big
Coach.
hit.
And it is... Not sure. It is, well, couldn't see, but it looks like it's going to stay Tigers football. And Lindsay to throw, throws outside, incomplete. Now we have a flag. And that's going to be pass interference.
Looks like we have a player down. Now he's back up.
And it's going to be pass interference against Steubenville Big Red. Lindsay back to pass, throws, and it's going to be Elijah Mullins with a quick stop on the reception for the Tigers. Sean Wilkes, number 5, on the reception. Elijah Mullins, number 25, makes the stop for Steubenville Big Red. He'll bring up second down and 13. Officially. Lindsay, the throw quickly gets rid of it, and Solomon Vaughn makes a great one-handed catch. Picks up about 3 yards to bring up 3rd and long. And Coach, I just watching his demeanor, watching how he is throwing the football, Lindsay does not want to take any more hits when he's back to pass, and it's affecting the passing game. Big Red is really getting after him right now.
The pressure of Big Red put a number of hits on the quarterback, and he's trying to protect himself. He's having a hard time throwing the football, but then got the ball out in the flat and made a great catch.
And that's going to be C.J. Swanson on the catch. I said it was Vaughn, but it is C.J. Swanson. And now ball is up for grabs and intercepted by Big Red. Now, what's the call here? Because there's a wrestling match for the ball, and it is indeed Big Red football. And now the officials stepping in to separate the receivers and the defenders. And Solomon Vaughn is hot because he thought he came up with the catch. And he's being held back by one of his teammates as Big Red celebrates the interception and the turnover.
Ball was underthrown, and Big Red made the interception, but then they struggled for the football as they went to the ground.
Georgia's number 50, the center, came down the field to pull Solomon Vaughn out of there and tried to cool him off, which is a good thing because he's one of the best players on the team. You can't lose him.
Can't lose anybody.
The Wendy's replay here, Coach, as we take a look at this again.
Again,
Micah Mitchell with the interception. There's a good look at Micah Mitchell, number 9. So Big Red with a big turnover here on the first possession for Columbus East, the Tigers. And Coach, I was going to ask you when the second half started how critical it is to really just not let the Tigers breathe. I know it's a big lead for Big Red already at 34-8, but to just keep that pressure on them and keep going.
Yeah, Coach Sekol said it before the game. His team has to play for 4 quarters, and right now you're in the start of the 3rd quarter, so I don't expect Big Red to let up at all. I think they'll be doing the same things that they were doing the first 2 quarters. High pressure, get the ball down the field, try to score points.
Big Red waiting for the defense of Columbus East to come back on the field as the Columbus East coaching staff talked it over with the defense, trying to get everybody settled down, back on the same page. Coming across the field is number 1, Albano, as he sets up his defensive backfield position as Big Red comes out in an I formation. Minifield takes the handoff on first down, and he is out across or close to the 45-yard line. So a good gain on first down, gain of about 7 or 8 on first down. Well, I don't know if that's spot him back about a full yard.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Wasn't a real healthy spot.
It's one of those ones that has John Madden talking to himself. Peyton Hill under center for Big Red. He's going to hand off again. Minifield's going to have the first down. He's across midfield. Will be stacked up at about the 47-yard line, thrown down onto the turf. And the late, great John Madden, he would always talk about that. They throwing that ball around, and there's a left foot spot, a right foot spot.
Yep.
What are you going to do? And, your job security hinges on it. As we take a look at the replay, fine young running back in Minifield, as he comes up with a first down run on the Wendy's replay. Ooh.
Nice defensive play.
Nice play from C.J. Swanson, I believe it is, number 8.
He's a big kid, about 6'5", 255.
On the Wendy's replay, we just see him cut across the line of scrimmage and make the play in the Big Red backfield. Still a gain of 1 for Big Red. Peyton Hill with the hand warmer on, trying to keep his hands warm and ready to throw the football. And when he's throwing it very, very well. And he's back looking to dump a pass out to the sideline. This one is picked off, and it may go the distance. Peyton Hill is going to stop the return from scoring a touchdown. But that is an interception that's going to go the way of the Tigers. And that is that's number 6. Number 6 on the interception. Darnell Kellum, number 6. Sophomore, 5'6", 163 pounds. And that ball just floated as Peyton Hill threw it up, and it just floated and floated and floated, Coach, and just Kellum in the right spot.
A lot of success running that play tonight, running that bootleg and bringing that back out of the backfield. The ball just laid out there a little bit too long.
Columbus East, the Tigers, they are in the Weird Medical Center, Breast Care Center pink zone. Big Red on the blitz, ball to the outside to Burns. He's going to get to the corner, and he's going to be stopped at the 6-yard line after a gain of about 4. Check that, gain of about 3 on the play. Second down and 6, Coach. We put it on the ground. We put it in the air. Maybe try and get the quarterback on the corner or get Burns on the corner.
Well, it all depends on how well he's running right now. You know, he has that injury earlier, so we may see some type of jet sweep or a throw to the corner.
And there it is, throw to the corner, and it's incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. The intended receiver was Woods Law. And as you can see, not happy with himself, had to head down, walking back to the huddle. He knows he had an opportunity there to pick up a touchdown. It'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 6 for the Tigers of Columbus East.
I expect the same type of play, maybe a half roll and throw the football.
Receivers in tight this time for the Tigers. Haven't seen that much at all tonight. As Lindsey looks into the end zone, and it's picked off, and here comes Big Red the other way. And a bunch of blockers, and here we go for Big Red, and down the sideline. Looking to go the distance, Aiden Manning, and he's knocked out at about the 10-yard line. Had designs on about a 103-yard interception return for a touchdown. Aiden Manning had a convoy of blockers down the sideline, and suddenly that quick it turns around, and then as I look down the field, I see some yellow laundry on the floor, on the field, and we'll see what happens on this one. Perhaps a block in the back, but the interception should stand. Officials talking things. Oh, what'd you see? What I see? What'd you see? What are we going to call? Well, we saw was Manning with the interception, and then he was off to the races, and it looked like he had about 8 guys with him.
He sure did. Get some good blocking, but the speed of that East team just snuck in there someplace and caught him at about the 10.
I don't see how the interception will be negated, but the return will be negated as Big Red will have the football back. Flags down on near the 20-yard line. Wait to get the official call.
See the replay here.
There's a hold on the rush. So it was Ostevich was just tackled. Now there's Manning. He's about 4 yards deep in the end zone. Here we go. And he's got a bunch of blockers. And
sure does.
That was a Wendy's replay, and now we've got flags down. We have officials waving, and it looks like it may be against Steubenville Big Red, a motion penalty, and it is indeed against Steubenville Big Red. And Coach, you're winning the game. You're up 34-8. You're in great shape in terms of the game. But now the little things are starting to creep in where, okay, let's bring it back together. Let's tighten this up. What do you do to get everyone? Okay, we need to get back. We need to get focused. This is how we're going to do it. How do you go about that?
Well, if you're Big Red, I think you go back and do what you do best, and that's run the football at the C gap. That power play, that counter play, and then run your base offense. Don't do anything fancy. Just do the things you do best.
Peyton Hill's going to throw, and this one a short pass, but it's going to turn into a quality gain for Steubenville Big Red. On the reception, it is Zach Smith, number 16. I want to remind everybody, closed caption brought to you by WVU Medicine Wheeling Hospital, bringing you the closed caption. Second down and 2 at the 18-yard line for Steubenville Big Red. Handoff. That'll be a first down gain, and Minifield is going to pick up the first down out to about the 28, 29-yard line. He's threw his own blocker out of the way.
He's a good young back. The stable of backs that they have, just bring one after another, and he's a good one.
Handoff, run to the outside, cut back, and now we've got a flag that comes in late as Minifield comes across the 40-yard line, but now we have a holding. Take a look at the Wendy's replay, Coach.
We're an outside stretch play, good blockers in front of him. Maybe right there was a hold. Minifield does a good job getting to the perimeter.
So after the penalty, 1st and 11 from the 27-yard line here in the third quarter. Bill Phillips along with Coach Tony Filberto. And on first down, big gain. Close to first down yardage. Cale Simmons. Sophomore, 5'9", 165 pounds.
Yeah, both of those backs from the ball in this half have been soft.
Peyton Hill gets the play signaled in or called in at about 15 seconds. And want to have him take it down under 10 seconds before they snap it, and he does. And it'll be a short yardage gain. And again, it is Simmons, number 27.
I'm watching the body language of Columbus East, and they're starting to get tired. We talked about the numbers game. They had 10 guys going both ways, about 27 dressed tonight, and it's starting to show up in the later in the game here.
It looks like Lawson Lewis, number 29. You see him there. He's going to split out to the far side, wide receiver, junior, 5'9", 145 pounds. Lawson Lewis has checked in, and now we have another flag. And it is going to be a motion penalty against Steubenville Big Red.
So it's a lot of penalties for this Big Red team here in this half, in this series.
Trying to get through the game, healthy, but you want to stay sharp. You don't want to cause yourself issues with penalties. Something Big Red has struggled with at times this year. Peyton Hill checks back in, has the play. 2nd down and 12 from the 37-yard line. Simmons on the carry. Simmons at the corner. Simmons has the first down and more. Down to about the 46-yard line. They're going to mark him officially at the 47-yard line. Good blocking up front from Steubenville Big Red, and it's a first down inside the 50-yard line. Now it looks like we just had wholesale changes along the offensive line for Steubenville Big Red. Looked like 5 new players came in, Coach.
It did. Looked like all new offensive linemen. We see in the replay, this is a stretch play that they ran to the right earlier with a lot of success and just brought it back to the left side. Simmons does a nice job running stretch plays. He's got a lot of speed.
And Manning is into the game at quarterback. He just had the interception. And that is a handoff to Simmons. So we're going to have a bunch of new players out on the field for Steubenville Big Red, and that's a good thing.
It's always a good thing.
Always a good thing. Indication that the starters got the job done, and they can perhaps get some rest, keep them off the field, keep them away from injury perhaps.
And you get your number 2s and 3s, you get a lot of reps with them, because next week they may end up being number 1, player 2, and you need somebody in there, and you want to bring somebody in that has some experience.
Aiden Manning, number 14 at quarterback, as Simmons gets the carry. Quarterback, defensive back, junior, 6 foot, 155 pounds. Simmons on the carry. Sophomore, 5'9", 165 pounds. We'll try and get the numbers of players as they come in and out of the game. Felton, number 19. Manning, handoff straight ahead. .50 and 51, Hoffman and Liggett, 2 sophomores in along the offensive line as it's now 4th down for Steubenville Big Red. 4th down and 5 for Steubenville Big Red, and
they're going to go for it.
Reno Suckouch wanted that offsides call. It looked like he had someone in the neutral zone on the hard count, but it's not called, and now Big Red is going to get the loss. And Coach Suckouch is hot about the non-call. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more right after this. Steubenville Big Red in Columbus East, 34-8. Big Red on top, 1:14 to go in the third quarter of play, and a reception. And that is made by Solomon Vaughn, number 4, and he has a first down to the 40-yard line of Steubenville Big Red. As we are inside now, we're coming up, going to be inside, a minute to play in the third quarter here in just moments. And Big Red on top, Big Red making a number of changes defensively, offensively, and the backups are in on defense. As we did with the offense, we'll try and get to the number of changes and players that are in the game now. And that is going to be complete to Solomon Vaughn. Down to about the Big Red 16, 15-yard line.
You have to have a lot of respect for Wayne Lindsay. He's been banged up, and he's still in there battling, rolling out, getting away from the pressure, making a nice throw.
Falks makes the stop. Jameer Falks makes a stop. Sophomore, 6 foot, 150 pounds. Vaughn on the catch.
Hey, Monty, that's you. Upfield shoulder. Get yours upfield shoulder and sack. Let's go, dude. Come on, suck it up. Come on, let's go.
We have a conference going on with the officials. 37 seconds to go in the third quarter. Fans in the stands getting restless, probably thinking themselves, make a call, let's go. Keep it going. Big Red traveled well. The fans tonight, Coach, on a cold November night. You are in the regional semifinals. So people are ready to go and see some playoff football. And next week, Big Red now ready to play in another regional championship game next week. And we are still waiting on official call. So now the ball is headed back towards midfield. And now the Columbus East coaching staff, Mike Bell, the head coach, wants an explanation on what's going on. They thought they just had a 30, 35-yard gain, and it's back at midfield.
I didn't see a flag. I don't know if
I didn't see one either. Now, I did see an official with his hat off.
Okay.
So maybe the receiver goes out of bounds. They tend to throw the hat down to mark it. It's the only thing I can come up with because I didn't see a flag either. All right,
First down, 15.
and one official, it seems like he wants it to be second down. There you go. Now it's second down.
Second down, 15.
Second down 15 from the 45 for the Tigers of Columbus East. Hand off to Woods Law. And he's going to pick up about 10 yards. Check that, 9 yards on second down, so it'll bring up third down and 6 at the 36 of Steubenville Big Red. Douglas on the stop for Steubenville Big Red, number 31. Lindsay to throw, getting pressure, throws, and it is incomplete as he takes another shot out near midfield, and he is going to need a long, hot bath just to soak and get rid of these bumps and bruises he's taking from Big Red tonight. Some big shots.
He's had a lot of hits on him.
Maybe an ice bath.
Maybe.
But you got to give him credit. He came out of the game, came back into the game, stands in there every time.
He's a bad one.
Yep, absolutely. Fourth down and 6 at the 36 for Columbus East. 24 seconds to go in the quarter. Timeout called by Columbus East. We will take a timeout as well. We'll be back with more right after this. To this special edition of Friday Night Rivals. It is the regional semifinal between Steubenville Big Red and Columbus East. And Big Red in complete control right now, 34-8 out in front of the Tigers. And Big Red has made substitutions, taking the majority of their starters out of the ball game and getting some great experience for the backups and players that if someone gets injured, they got to step up. So getting this experience, how valuable is this?
Oh, they get playing time in the thick of the battle against their number ones. You may be needed next week against someone else's number ones.
Screen pass set up, and it's going to go for big yards, and out of bounds is number 7, Woods Law, on the reception from Wayne Lindsay III.
See the replay here. It does a nice job. It feels the pressure, sets the screen up, and gets his blocker out in front of him. Gets enough for the first down.
35, Falks makes part of that tackle. It looked like Alquan Harris also a part of it. We've got a flag that comes down on first down.
It's like pass interference. See the replay here. You see the ball, he swings out just a little bit early.
Too early. Look at the Wendy's instant replay. American Consolidated Natural Resources, first down for the Tigers of Columbus East. 34-8 our score. Hopkins, Ostovich, Zika. Hill to hill, hill to hill. Recap of your touchdowns.
From the 11-yard line, 1st and 10, Quaker.
So the ball finally placed down at the 11-yard line. You are in the WMC Breast Care Center pink zone. And Lindsay has the football across the 10, puts his shoulder down, and he goes down to about the 3-yard line.
A pretty good run. Just snap and quarterback sweep.
And that is the end of the third quarter. Big Red on top, 34-8 over Columbus East. The fourth quarter to come. We're back with more right after this. Welcome back to Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium in New Philadelphia. It is the Ohio Regional Semifinal between Steubenville Big Red and Columbus East, the Tigers. And Big Red right now on top, 34-8. As you get a ground level view. Tigers of Columbus East in the Weird Medical Center Breast Care Center pink zone. They have it 2nd down and 1 from the 3-yard line, so they can pick up the first down. And Burns, it looks like, dives over the top, and he is going to be short, but he'll have a first down. Short of the end zone, but dives over the top. He'll get the first down. And he took off, Coach. He was trying to take flight.
He almost got in, just dove over.
Check that. That is number 4. That is Solomon. That is Solomon Vaughn, number 4. And Big Red is going to be credited with a stop. It'll bring up 2nd down and goal inside the 1-yard line. And C.J. Swanson, number 8 at the bottom of the pile. It is Vaughn, and now we have a flag, and he's thrown about 20 yards up into the sky. Motion penalty, and the official wanted to make sure everybody saw that one.
Well, that was pretty noticeable. He's gotten to hurry up, and a little bit too much of a hurry up. Didn't give their people the opportunity to get set.
2nd down and goal from the 6 for the Tigers. High snap. Throw to the corner of the end zone. It'll be stopped at the 1-yard line. Solomon Vaughn on the reception. He thinks it was a touchdown. Official says no. It is set down at the 1-yard line. You see here, it never made the goal line.
Didn't make the goal.
And now a touchdown for the Tigers. It's a Mr. Reuter touchdown for Columbus East. I believe that may have been Wood's Law that went in for the score. Tigers will go for 2, and it is incomplete. We're going to take a timeout. 34-14 our score at Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. Big Red on top in the fourth quarter. Back with more after this. Welcome back, everybody. Bordas and Bordas, special edition of Friday Night Rivals. Bill Phillips along with Coach Anthony Filberto. And, Coach, there we are. There we are. Hello, everyone. Pip, pip, cheerio. How's everybody? Let's look at Ty Pierce. Better than looking at us. Let's look at the football players.
Yeah.
And he is on the return team. He's one of the up men for Steubenville Big Red, and it may be a situation where the hands team needs to get in there as we take a look at the touchdown run, and it indeed was number 7, Woods Law, on the touchdown, and we are getting ready for the American Consolidated Natural Resources kickoff. 34-14, 10:27 to go. Steubenville Big Red has their hands team on the field as they expect an onside kick. Will they get one? Everybody's within 20 yards of the football except the deep man. And the kick is a deep kick, and it is going to go in the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. And the kicker, unfortunately, has just gone down for the Tigers of Columbus East. Hopefully it's just a cramp. That is Anthony Shields, number 52. He's also a defensive lineman for Columbus East. He's the right tackle on the offensive line, and he's been all over the field tonight. And I just hope it is a cramp, and indeed that looks like what it is. So that is fortunate for Columbus East and for Anthony Shields. Big Red will have the football, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line after the touchback. And Anthony Shields runs off the field under his own power. So now Big Red ready to break the huddle. Aiden Manning, number 14, in at quarterback now for Steubenville Big Red. And that is Minifield. And we have an injured player for Columbus East down at the 25-yard line. Number 14, slow to get up.
They were in stretch play. They've had a lot of success running tonight. Getting to the perimeter, got nice yardage.
Llewellyn, number 14, was shaken up, but he's going to stay in the ball game. It's a first down for Steubenville Big Red. So Mr. Reuter, first down. Hand off to Minifield, and he is out close to first down yardage again. Pickup of about 9 yards. And it'll bring up second down and short for the Big Red offense. Noah West, number 54, in along the offensive line.
See the
sophomore,
replay.
6'1".
Minifield with his backside lineman leading up to the hole. Big yardage.
Caden Montgomery, 59, into the ball game along the offensive line. Handoff goes for first down. First and 10 for Big Red. Straight ahead, not much this time. Stacked up in the backfield. Anthony Shields, who just left the game with that cramp, he is in on the tackle. I believe that's Mike Pryor as well, number 32 for the Tigers of Columbus East.
Inside power play and just met right in the hole.
27 Simmons for Big Red on the carry. Simmons again to the outside. Shields there again. Gets some help from Woods Law. Short gain. Will bring him 3rd and long for Steubenville Big Red. Minifield will check back into the ball game at tailback for Steubenville Big Red.
The replay again, stretch play to the outside. Defended it pretty well. Number 52, Anthony Shields from Columbus East.
Cooper, number 63, in at center as Manning throws, completes. First down for Big Red. Big gain for Big Red as Douglas hauls it in and picks up the yardage needed for the first down and more.
Nice throw, yeah. They're putting these backups in, getting them some good experience, running the offense the way they run it through the entire game. You'll see there's the counter boot that they've had a lot of success throwing to the back out of the backfield.
Flag came in late. Maybe a block in the back. So instead of a first down, Big Red will have 3rd and 16 from their own 41-yard line. That's offside against Columbus East. Third and 11 now from 46 for Big Red. Minifield takes the handoff up the middle, bounces to the outside, has first down yardage, cuts back inside, and he'll finally be stopped at the 38-yard line, and that is another first down for Steubenville Big Red. And I do not see any flags on the play, and it will stand.
In the replay, we'll see Minifield counter tray, as they call it. They pulled the backside guard, backside tackle to lead. One kicks out, one turns up in the hole.
Nice block from number 62 for Steubenville Big Red, not listed on the roster. Ball's on the ground and play is stopped. Now some pushing and shoving, and cooler heads prevail.
Had a bad exchange with the football there. Just never got the handle on it afterwards.
Aiden Manning, I would imagine next year, as he'll be a senior, would be the have the inside track perhaps to be the starting quarterback at Big Red. Looks comfortable.
Looks very good.
Handoff inside, gain of about 3 or 4 yards before Simmons is stopped and thrown to the turf. Bring 3rd and a long, call it 7, coach.
The replay.
Bill Stone.
It's a counter tray again. Bring the backside guard, the backside tackle.
I'll tell you what, when Mike Pryor has been involved, he has been a handful for Big Red. That's going to be a Big Red first down. Good carry, good block, and Simmons picks up the first down. And we have an official timeout as it looked like somebody lost the helmet. We're going to have to go off the field for at least the play. Official came in from the side and pointing at the defense, and now explaining it to the referee. And I don't know if he wants the clock pumped back up. I'm not sure what the... All right, he put the play clock back to 40 seconds.
And he put the game clock back to 5:22.
Handoff on first down, and it's going to go for about 2 yards. Simmons on the carry. And it looks like he may have been poked in the eye and having some issues. Maybe need to come out of the game. Minifield will go in. Simmons is going to come out. Umpire came all the way over to give a sideline warning. Don't know why. Minifield into the secondary, puts his head down, and he comes up with a good gain. Be a first down inside the 15-yard line, down to the 14-yard line.
The replay, it's the same play they've been running. Pull your backside lineman, lead them up to the hole, and let those backs do their thing.
Steubenville Big Red in the Weird Medical Center, Breast Care Center, Pink Zone. Hand off to the up man inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of about 5-6 yards on first down. Kylie Hopkins on the carry. Sophomore, 5'8", 165 pounds for Steubenville Big Red. You see the sticker there on the back of the Big Red helmets as we take a look at the Bills towing replay in honor of late Sheriff Fred Abdallah, who is a huge supporter. He's a huge supporter of all the teams in Jefferson County, and but always a presence on the sideline during the postseason for Steubenville Big Red games, and cared quite a bit about, cared a great deal about children, people, and but especially with students and student athletes and just everybody. Just a great man.
Good caring person.
And Big Red taking the time to honor him. We've talked about that a little bit earlier in the season, but they just happened to see a good shot of that decal on the helmet for Big Red, and a nice way to honor the late sheriff. 3rd and 1, ball at the inside the 5-yard line, not quite to the 4-yard line of Columbus East. 2:30 to go on the game clock. 3rd and 1, fourth quarter play. Winner moves on, and it's going to be Big Red moving on to the regional final next week. And this one moving into the end zone for the touchdown. Douglas with a touchdown, and Big Red is on the board again. It's a Mr. Reuter touchdown for Steubenville Big Red.
Replay, you'll see these linemen that are in the game now got good push and just shoved everybody in the end zone. You can see is at 64, Colin Milner.
On to attempt the extra point as Manning will hold is Hayden Hicks, number 84, the backup kicker, starting punter for Steubenville Big Red. He is up and through on the extra point. And we're going to take a timeout with the score now 41-14. Late in the fourth quarter. We're back with more after this. Welcome back, everybody, to the Borders and Borders, a special edition of Friday Night Rivals. Steubenville Big Red Columbus East, 41-14. 2:18 to go in the fourth quarter of play. And Big Red, 2 minutes and 18 seconds away, Coach, from reaching the regional final.
Well, this is a good football team that's worked their way there. They're so versatile. They do so many things offensively, and they have that aggressive defense. They're a hard football team to beat.
And right now, that's a good look at the Big Red band. They are playing their hearts out here at Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. As Hayden Hicks will take the ball from the official and set it up on the 40-yard line and go back to make the kick for Steubenville Big Red. High end over end kick comes down at about the 15-yard line, and Big Red's coverage team is there and makes the stop out at about the 28-yard line. And that's where Columbus East will have it. The Tigers, 1st and 10. Shapa on the tackle for Steubenville Big Red. Mr. Ruta first down coming up. And Coach, let's start to talk about how the Big Red worked their way through this game and worked their way through the second half, getting the experience for the backups, getting the starters off the field. It looks like unscathed, perhaps, it may be the word to use in terms of injury from tonight's game as you move on and get later into the season. So Big Red should go into that regional final pretty healthy.
Should be healthy. Did the things the right way. They got their lead. They brought their starters in and used them about the first series in the third quarter, and then started replacing. Got a lot of people, good, valuable playing time.
Pass complete. Woods Law on the reception. Number 7 for the Tigers. He's across the 31-yard line out to about the 32. Simmons credited with the stop on defense for Big Red. And Solomon Vaughn on the reception deep. And he is down to the 37-yard line for Columbus East. Jordan West, number 22 on coverage for Steubenville Big Red. Motion penalty against Columbus East. Columbus East looking to throw the football. Pressure from Big Red. This one up and down the sideline and caught. Solomon Vaughn takes it down to about the 2-yard line before he is stopped. Look like Hopkins and West in on the tackle. Legal substitution against Steubenville Big Red. 54 seconds to go in this one, Coach. High snap. And a touchdown pass to the corner of the end zone. On the reception, Solomon Vaughn, number 4. And he has played himself a heck of a ball game on both sides of the football.
Sure has. See the replay, just runs an out route and then gets leverage on the defender.
Tigers will go for 2, and Tigers will take a timeout. All right, Coach, you've got this one in the bag. You've got a week of practice now to get ready for the regional final. What do you take from this game? What are the positives you take from this game, trying to build on? What are the things to try and correct as teams just trying to get better, trying to survive and advance, but trying to get better as well each week?
It's playoff time. You should be playing your best football, and you better be playing your best football at this time of the year. I think Big Red will be pleased with the things they did tonight. They may want to say, hey, we had a few too many penalties. We let the other team back in a little more than we should have, but we had a pretty good night. But let's make sure we get better, because the competition gets tougher and tougher every week as you stay in the playoffs.
And we have flag on the 2-point conversion attempt. And they'll go for 2 again. All right. Ball to the corner of the end zone, incomplete, and another flag is down. And this has just become a bit of a nightmare at this point. Coach, I couldn't say it any other way. This is not.
We've seen
we've seen enough flags.
Right.
Sometimes you'd like. I know that the officials have a job to do, but sometimes you want them to be situationally aware. Now that one, yeah, you got to call it.
You got to call it.
So, with 51 seconds to go in the ball game, can we get a playoff? This 2-point conversion has now set a world record for the amount of time it's taken to get to play. I think it's been a half hour. Okay, the 2-point conversion is good, and it is. Oh, mercy. Mercy, mercy, Coach, mercy. 41-22 with 51 seconds to go. Here's a look at Coach Banks talking things over with Coach Arlesic. Talking things over with the special teams and head coach Reno Suckoch. A traditional towel around the neck. I arrived in the Ohio Valley back in '91, Coach. I've never seen him coach a game without that towel around his neck.
Well, in the winter it keeps him warm. In the summer, maybe it absorbs some of the sweat.
Coach sweats?
I think there's a time or two he's broken a sweat.
Again, the hands team in for Steubenville Big Red, and it is recovered out at the 41-yard line, and hopefully now just the knee, and now we have some pushing and shoving, and Big Red players trying to head over to the sideline, and that's what the coaches want them to do, and now it's basically take a knee and have this one in the books.
That's it. Protect yourself and
some additional backups now. I believe these are some of the freshman players that have gone onto the field for Steubenville Big Red, and they will be in to take a snap or two. And Manning will stay in at quarterback. But when you see the helmets without the S on them, you know it's the freshman.
The young guys.
You got some S's. You have some S's. You have some with non-S's, and I'll tell you what. If you're a freshman, you get a chance to play on, even if it's just for a kneel down, you got to play in a playoff game.
Great regional semifinal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a thrill. Big Red will take a knee one more time, and that ought to do it for this ball game. Manning looks up the clock, takes his time, takes the snap, kneels down, and that should do it. And indeed it will. Steubenville Big Red will advance to the regional final with a 41-22 victory over Columbus East. Big Red in this special edition of Friday Night Rivals comes up a winner. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and wrap things up right after this. And welcome back, everybody. We're wrapping up the special edition of Friday Night Rivals, the regional semifinal. Steubenville Big Red comes away a winner, 41-22 over the Tigers of Columbus East. And, Coach, the big play of the game, a great play, 47-yard touchdown pass, hill to hill.
Beautiful. Caught the inside slant and just separated from everyone.
And if you are wondering, and many people are, that was a look at your play of the game. Indian Valley and Big Red will meet in the regional final. And that will take place next week. Site and time to be determined. But that game will be next week. Big Red and Indian Valley. That does it for our coverage tonight. We're going to say so long and have a great rest of the weekend, everybody.
Ready, break.